A 26-year-old Norfolk man was sentenced to decades in prison Friday on 3 sexual assault charges involving a minor. Francisco Zafir received 24 to 36 years in the Nebraska Department of Corrections for 2 counts of first-degree sexual assault and 1 count of attempted first-degree sexual assault of a child. Prior to sentencing, Judge James Kuby asked Zafir if he considered the assaults against the 11-year-old victim to be excusable.
You knew that this girl was a minor when you sexually assaulted her, correct? Maybe that you're more concerned with your sexual gratification than you were with the potential harm that you could do to this girl at the time. Do you think that that's accurate?
Madison County Attorney Joe Smith told the court there should be no confusion about the fact that Zafir had sex with a very young girl.
We've seen a number of people who had sex with 11, 12-year-olds, and each and every one of them have had the same fate. And each and every one of them have come in and given a speech or a PSI about abuse, childhood, or drug abuse, or something. And each and every time the court's done something in the sentence, that's how you are.
Zafir's attorney, Chelsea Hartner, with the Madison County Public Defender's Office, said her client had a traumatic upbringing.
He used again when he was 7 and had daily use from age 7 to about 14. And so that would pretty much mean that from the 1st grade to the 8th grade, he was living in a culture, I guess, or an environment where he was able to smoke marijuana every single day while he was in grade school.
Judge Kuby made no further comments prior to sentencing. On each of the 3 charges, Zafir received 8 to 12 years in the Nebraska Department of Corrections to run consecutively or one after another. Zafir was given credit for 520 days already served behind bars. Kuby took into account evidence presented by Hartner, which she said shows her client was involved in a relationship that was not forcible and that it began after the victim was 13. However, Kuby said he felt the evidence was conflicting. Kuby then declared each count aggravated, so Zafir must register as a sex offender for the remainder of his life. He is also subject to lifetime parole supervision.
Incarceration Act, you must register within 3 days of your release from incarceration with the sheriff of the county of which you then reside, and within 3 days of any change of address thereafter for the remainder of your life.
Following the proceedings, Zafir's mother, Frances Zafir, and his stepfather, Robin Baer, expressed their displeasure with the sentence outside in the courthouse parking lot.
Think you're rubbing in our face? You gonna lie some more? What they said about me in there, what you said, was a complete lie.
County Attorney Joe Smith spent several minutes listening to their concerns, but the pair continued to protest for about a half an hour after Smith went back inside. The 2 continued their protest later in the parking lot of the Salvation Army in Norfolk. For more news from Northeast Nebraska, visit NorfolkDailyNews.com.